like to comment on the Republic of Ghana versus Ato Forson Richard Jakpa case of causing financial loss to the Republic. I'm sorry to say that and the likelihood is very high, or should I say when, Richard Jakpa and Ato Forson are convicted and found guilty, because the likelihood is high, they have only their own political party, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, to blame. The reason being that what the Attorney General, Godfrey Dame, has stood upon to even bring the matter to court were documents that were left by the previous regime of John Mahama when they left office in 2016, and the baton was handed over in January 2016. The problem they have, Ato Forson and Richard Jakpa have, is that there are written letters, because in criminal courts the bar is far higher than in civil courts. The bar that makes you be found guilty is very high, and unfortunately the bar is things have been made easier for the Attorney General, because written letters were found with the names of Sir Tekpe, the then finance minister under John Mahama's NDC regime, and there were letters also found under the name of Sherry Aite, the then health minister under Mahama's NDC. And this matter dates back to, I think it's 2014. And these documents actually stipulate, I hear there's a letter from Sherry Aite that categorically states that they do not want the ambulances. I paraphrase. So allegedly. So it's written that they don't want the ambulances. And I'm a purchasing professional. I'm a chartered buyer. I'm a chartered marketer. Chartered buyer with the Chartered Institute of Purchase and Supply, UK. And I'm also a chartered marketer with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, UK. And what I can say is that as a chartered buyer and a procurement expert, you don't buy these high value items without having a way to check that they are fit for purpose. And even if you waive your inspection of the product, you expect that the company, Big C in Dubai, who supplied these ambulances, which were found to be equivalent to trotros or public transport because they weren't really ambulances, you expect that a big company has a reputation to protect, and under no circumstances are they going to send you items that are defective, even if you waive your opportunity to inspect the items. Take, for example, I recently ordered external hard drive from China via Jumia, and I just looked at what they described the external hard drive is going to do, and I ordered it. The external hard drive arrived about 3 weeks later, and it actually did the job that it was specified to do. So whether the Ministry of Health under Mahama's NDC regime waived the opportunity to inspect And I don't really see it as that they waived it. Because if the health minister at the time, the substantive health minister, Sherry Ayite, said she wasn't interested in purchasing any ambulances and they shouldn't purchase it. She has already put an embargo on purchasing from her standpoint. So I don't think it was expected that anybody from the health Ministry of Health will go to inspect these ambulances because there's a clear disinterest. So even if the Ministry of Finance pays for items for all the other ministries on behalf of that ministry, they would need the explicit approval of the of that specific ministry, in this case the health ministry. I'm speaking as a purchasing professional who has chartered status in procurement. And these are the principles we follow. If it is written explicitly that they don't want it, and you as a finance ministry, deputy finance minister, which Ato Forson was at the time, you decide that you are going to issue the letters of credit and order the ambulances despite the rejection or written rejection of the substantive health minister, Sherry Ayite, then you have to fall on your sword if it all goes wrong. And clearly, Ato Forson has fallen on his sword. And Richard Jakpa was the agent who worked on behalf of Big C to bring the deal to pass. So he's also culpable because if there's nothing dubious going on, why would a big company which has a reputation to protect, Big C in Dubai, send substandard ambulances for this matter to even happen? Even if the Ministry of Health didn't inspect the ambulances should have come into Ghana as ambulances, as specified in the request. So unless some other deal was done, and there was another invoice which wasn't put in officially, that is what maybe has happened. It's just speculation. I don't have any evidence of this, so it's allegedly. It could have happened like that. But otherwise, unfortunately, Ato Forson and Richard Jakpa have fallen on their sword. And whatever the repercussions, they'll just have to endure it. And if it means prison, then it is done. I mean, no one can blame the judge. Her ladyship, Sewa Asari Butri, because he seems to be doing a very good job in the face of so much controversy. And let's talk about the recordings, illicit recordings of Jakpa, Mr. Richard Jakpa, and the WhatsApp messages. In my opinion, my candid opinion, what is happening with Richard Jakpa and the Attorney General's the illicit recordings and the illicit WhatsApp messages and the illicit meetings at Justice of the Supreme Court Emmanuel Yoni Kalende's house can be classified in every sense as argumentum ad hominem. Argumentum ad hominem means that when somebody realizes that their argument, they don't have an answer to overturn the argument of the other side, they create a different argument which it's got nothing to do with the issue at hand, just to divert the conversation and the charges into a different direction. That is what argumentum ad hominem is. And clearly, what is happening with these illicit tapes is an example of argumentum ad hominem. If you don't know what this means, Go and check in the dictionary. It's an interesting word. So at least I'm happy that I've shown you a new word which you can add to your vocabulary. Also, I just wanted you to know that as a professional buyer, you have to have knowledge of law. And I did a management science at university, and we had to learn law. So we know a bit about law. We're not totally oblivious to legal matters. So I know that this submission is a good roundup of what is happening in that ambulance saga court case at the High Court. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.